Justin purchases a woman from a pimp named Slickback. Unfortunately for this P. Diddy-type character, Justin is actually an undercover cop and says he's under arrest. The next morning, we get a shot of him all shirtless, looking mid, and he has a big bruise on his side. Detective Leanna congratulates her partner and friend, Detective Justin Keene, for successfully executing the biggest bust of his career. When Leanna notices that he flinched when she patted his back, he tells her that he's just sore from his workout. Leanna invites him for a drink to celebrate his milestone, but he declines as it might lead to a fight with his wife, Jada. She tells him that she might be too controlling. He decides to go, but they do stay out fairly late. When Justin gets home, he finds Jada angry at him for coming home late after she has prepared a romantic night to celebrate his milestone. I already know Jada finna be crazy since she's being played by this actress. Not believing that he was working late, she expresses her jealousy over him spending time with Leanna, prompting Justin to remind her that Leanna likes to flick her wife's bean so she don't swing straight. When she demands that he change his job so he can come home at normal hours, he refuses and points out that he has worked hard to get them to where they are. Pissed, she throws food at him and walks out. Child, I would have crashed the duck out. While Justin is washing the dishes, his colleagues, Officers Newton and Roxy, arrive and look for Jada, saying they got a call. Jada emerges with a black eye, which confuses Justin, who thought that she was asleep. When asked if she's okay, Jada says she tripped and hit her face on the edge of the bed. Jada then refuses to get checked, insisting that she's okay. While Roxy stays with Jada, Newton talks to Justin, who insists on his innocence, saying he was in the kitchen the entire time. Newton tells him that he doesn't know who called, but the dispatch said the call came from their house. Considering that the black eye might be self-inflicted if his statement is true, he advises Justin to get Jada professional help. Meanwhile, when Roxy leaves, Jada smirks. This heifer done pissed me off. After Newton and Roxy leave, Justin confronts Jada, angry about the possibility of him losing his job over her false domestic violence narrative. She says it's not that serious, then secretly says she will only stop when she wants to, and with a smile on her face, she wipes the bruised makeup off her eye. The next day, Justin arrives at the station limping. Y'all, that woman beating up Justin. Justin's uncle, Lieutenant Todd, summons Justin to his office to inform him that the IA is looking into him following Jada's reports of domestic violence. Knowing the truth, Todd reprimands Justin for still not documenting Jada's abuse towards him, especially because he had already given him cameras to install. Justin says that his mom, who is Todd's sister, doesn't know what's going on. Given the severity of the situation, Todd takes Justin off the field and assigns him on desk duty until everything calms down. Todd reprimands Justin for not actively seeing his therapist, Dr. Carter, so he makes him see a support group. He urges Justin to gather evidence, saying he can't protect him from the consequences of Jada's false reports. Justin leaves fuming, and his big back co-worker wants to know the chismis. Justin visits his sister, Olivia. Why Olivia kinda look like Jada, though? He shares that Jada still has 8 more weeks of psych leave until she goes back to work, and that IA is investigating him because Jada has been filing false domestic violence reports against him. Olivia's blood pressure skyrockets. When asked why Jada would accuse him of such, Justin makes her promise not to tell their mom. He tells her that Jada is accusing him of cheating on her with Leanna, which makes her laugh because she knows that Leanna loves to scissor women. He then takes his top off to show her his bruises. Olivia wants to take pictures to document it, but Justin refuses. When he refuses to report Jada because she's his wife and he doesn't want to be seen as weak, she tells him that domestic violence against men is a real thing and that he shouldn't be ashamed to speak out. She assures him that she will beat the hoe up if he doesn't and urges him to serve her the divorce papers he has filed. Still, Justin refuses, reminding her that he vowed through sickness and health. Olivia says more like through sickness and hell, which is the title of this movie. At home, Jada is being psycho on the toilet with a knife. She remembers her childhood where her mother yells at her, then hits her father. Justin confronts Jada about the false reports she has made. She tells him that he's disrespecting their marriage and shows him a photo where Leanna is hugging him. He reiterates that Leanna likes to eat kitty in the hideaway and says the photo is from the trafficking bust. After he says that she needs therapy because she's crazy, he receives a call from Olivia, who gets worried after hearing Jada murmuring in the background. Jada takes a knife and confronts Justin about Olivia. Justin holds Jada, making her drop the knife and calm down. Hearing all this, Olivia calls the cops. Justin comforts Jada, who turns from weeping to seething the moment he gently asks her to see a therapist. She insists that she doesn't need one since the problem is him, not her, and demands not to bring her parents into their conversation. Officers Roxy and Jenkins arrive after getting a disturbance call. Although the couple tells them that everything is okay, the officers think he's abusing her, especially because Roxy saw Jada's black eye last time. With the officers out of earshot, Jada hits Justin in the stomach. I would have pulled her Tyler Perry wig off at this point. The next day, Olivia checks on Justin, who downplays what happened. Upon learning that she's the one who called the police, He reprimands her and assures her that Jada won't stab him. He asks Olivia to let it go, but she tells him that she will always look out for him. Justin pulls up at the group therapy session Todd recommended, unaware that an armed Jada is tailing him. Justin meets Zahir, the facilitator of the session, and the other attendees. They talk about men being in abusive relationships, and one guy downplays it, saying it don't happen. However, they soon realize that it's the truth for some men. Jada, who has sneaked into the building, hears everything the group has discussed. She almost gets caught when she accidentally queefs. After everybody leaves, Zahir tells Justin that Todd has informed him about his situation because they're good friends. When asked if he had sought professional help for Jada, Justin says Jada doesn't think she needs it, and he shares that he has considered divorce but has yet to give her the papers. Zahir suggests getting her committed if she refuses therapy, which Justin doesn't want to do. This makes Jada angry. In her car, talks to herself and is pissed. Jada remembers witnessing her mom, Audrey, stab her dad, Joe, to death. Joe wanted to divorce Audrey and get custody of Jada because Audrey was drunk and abusive, making her unfit to raise a child. Audrey then told young Jada to never let a man divorce her or take anything from her. She added that they vowed, "Till death do us part," so the only way to get out of the marriage is death. Before Jada gets home, Justin finishes installing cameras at home and makes sure that Todd can clearly see the footage. The next morning, Jada gets angry because Justin is in a hurry to get to the station, so he doesn't have time to sit and eat the nasty breakfast she has prepared. Leanna starts investigating Jada after noticing a shift in Justin's behavior and after receiving a call from Olivia, who told her about Justin's bruises, Jada's fake injuries, and false reports, and Justin filing for divorce. She fears Jada might crash out once she finds out about the divorce. And soon enough, Jada breaks down upon finding the divorce papers. She then hears Audrey's voice in her head and obeys her instructions as if she's there talking to her. Leanna learns that Jadia's real name is Jada Redeman. She changed her last name months before meeting Justin, which is sketchy. Jada Redeman has a record of a series of crimes, including domestic violence and murder, against previous boyfriends. She told everyone that Audrey died in Boston while living in a nursing home, but Audrey is alive and well in a state penitentiary for killing Joe in front of young Jada, and Jada even visited her. Tailing Justin, Jada sees him hugging Leanna goodbye before leaving the station. She then sees him stop by Olivia's house and get inside to eat since he skipped her grits and ham hock for breakfast. Later that night, upon leaving Olivia's, Justin notices a car following him. He brushes it off and meets Zahir. Justin tells Zahir that he's going to ask Jada again to go to therapy and will have her committed if she refuses. Zahir says the institution has been informed and will be ready if he makes the call. After Justin leaves to return to the station, Jada confronts Zahir for helping Justin in getting her committed, accusing him of manipulating Justin into leaving her. She shoots him in the head, and she leaves before Zahir's girlfriend discovers his body. Jada sneaks into Olivia's house and stabs the person wearing a hoodie to death, thinking it's Olivia. She's then horrified to see that it's Olivia's housekeeper, Rosita. Girl, not Miss Rosita, who we were never introduced to until now. When Olivia arrives and discovers Rosita, Jada runs out, prompting Olivia to grab her gun and shoot at her, grazing her arm. At the station, Justin hears about the shooting at the downtown Casado Center, and he gets worried when Zahir doesn't answer his call. Leanna notices and tells him that Zahir is probably just busy. When Leanna tells him that she looked into Jada after Olivia informed her about the abuse, Justin gets angry, but he falls silent and walks out when she gives him the folder of her crime records. Justin ignores Olivia's call, so Olivia calls Leanna. Jada returns home to bandage her wound and take her meds. She then sits in the living room, where she hears voices in her head again, and laughs maniacally. Looking like Jessica Rabbit and Luther Vandross at the same time. After talking to Olivia, Leanna hands the phone to Todd, who immediately looks for Justin. Since she handed Justin Jada's folder before he left, she tells Todd that he probably went home. Upon verifying that Jada is home through the cameras they've installed, Todd immediately orders Leanna to send officers to the Keen's house. After Justin ignores Leanna's call, he enters his house and sees blood on the floor. He draws his gun and looks for Jada, who confronts him about the divorce papers. He asks her to put the knife down and asks her why she's bleeding, prompting Jada to reveal that Olivia grazed her. He asks where Olivia is, but she doesn't answer. Wanting her to calm down, Justin puts down his gun and asks that they talk. She confronts him about working with Zahir to get rid of her, and then she puts down her knife, making him think that he has her under control. She then grabs her gun and shoots him in the fupa. The police arrive at the Keen's house. Todd stops Olivia from coming and attacking Jada and tells her to meet her mother at the hospital instead. When the handcuffed Jada taunts Leanna, Leanna slaps her silly. Todd then orders his men to shut her up. Justin, who has recovered but has to be in a wheelchair, takes Zahir's place as the facilitator of the support group, as he wants to continue what Zahir has started. He welcomes the attendees in the Empowered Gentlemen's group, where everyone is wearing shirts that say, "Men are victims too," and their hotline number. They encourage people to speak up. I love the message of the movie, that men do get abused, and that you should never trust a woman with a Tyler Perry wig. What did you guys think of this one?
Hey, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe now and turn on the notification because YouTube isn't recommending my videos. And if you like to watch more foolishness, click here or here.